guys, welcome back to another episode of Homegrown with me, Emma. Homegrown is a web series for those home cooks who want to learn how to eat a little bit healthier and learn about the ingredients that they can grow in their own backyard. Today we will be talking about cabbage and making a delicious Vietnamese inspired chicken and cabbage salad from my cookbook, also titled Homegrown. This is a great lunch or dinner recipe, it's super easy to make and it's super cheap as well. But before we get straight into the kitchen, let's first have a little chat about this underappreciated vegetable. A lot of people have bad associations with cabbage from their childhood after being forced to eat it soggy and overcooked where it smelled just as bad as it tasted. But times have changed. Cabbage can actually be super tasty and is an amazingly versatile vegetable. Cabbage can be eaten raw or cooked, and there are a million different uses for it in the kitchen. We can shred cabbage to use it in slaws and salads. We can pickle or ferment it to create kimchi and sauerkraut. We can use cooked cabbage as a wrapping around fillings, or even as a filling itself inside dumplings or polished pierogi. Cabbage can be used in stir fries, can be braised, sautéed, fried, put into a soup and more. There is no limit to what the humble cabbage can do. Cabbage is a leafy vegetable that belongs to the same cruciferous family as broccoli, cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. Fun fact, the word cruciferous originates from a Latin word meaning cross-bearing because the leaves on the vegetable resemble the Christian cross. There are hundreds of different varieties of cabbage around the world, but all are either classified as green, white or red, which funnily enough the red is actually more of a purple colour. Cabbage hearts, or heads, can be rounded or conical and can have leaves which are either smooth and glossy or some that can be deeply crinkled. But here in Australia, we're not the only ones who love the many uses of the cabbage. Russia is the biggest consumer, and the world production of cabbages is led by China, who produce 48% of the world's total at 69.4 million tonnes per year. In Poland, Hungary and Romania, cabbage is heavily featured in daily cuisine, frequently eaten as a side dish or as a wrapping to fillings. In India and Ethiopia, cabbage is often included in spicy sauces and braises. Back in time, fermented cabbage or sauerkraut was even used by Dutch, Scandinavian and German sailors to prevent scurvy during long ship voyages. If you are interested in growing your own cabbage in your own home veggie garden, you're in luck. Cabbage is super easy to grow and different varieties grow during different seasons, which means if you are clever about your planting, you could enjoy cabbage all year round. Your cabbage crops will enjoy the sun and semi-regular watering, and they'll be ready for harvesting in 11 to 15 weeks after planting. And not only is cabbage versatile, delicious and easy to grow in your own backyard, it is also jam-packed with nutrients. Cabbage is a rich source of dietary fibre, vitamin C and vitamin K, and a moderate source of vitamin B6 and folate. Studies are even being completed to investigate whether it may lower the risk against colon cancer. So now we know everything there is to know about growing our own cabbages, the nutrients that come with consuming it, and the millions of different uses in the kitchen. So let's learn to cook with it. While we've been chatting, I got out all the ingredients and equipment we will need to use to cook our Vietnamese inspired chicken and cabbage salad. Before we started the video today, I pre-washed all of the vegetables in cool water to remove any bacteria or extra dirt left on them. But before we can start cooking, let's make sure we're covering our basic hygiene. We want to firstly tie our hair back, place our apron on, take all jewellery and nail polish off, and wash our hands thoroughly with warm soapy water. Always make sure your bench and equipment is clean before beginning too. Now let's get cooking. As you can see here, we have spring onions, fresh ginger, and 2 skinless chicken breasts for the poached chicken part of our dish. We have 3 cloves of garlic, 1 red chilli, fish sauce, vegetable oil, sugar, lime juice and rice vinegar for our salad dressing. And for the fresh salad part of our recipe, we also have carrot, red onion, mint leaves, coriander and daikon, which is also known as a Chinese radish. If you can't get a hold of daikon for this recipe, you could substitute it with any type of radish found in your local supermarket. And our ingredient of the day. Today you can use any cabbage you choose, although I'm going for a red cabbage as I think the pop of colour it provides really looks great in the salad. Having all of the equipment ready before you start cooking is also super important. So here I have a chopping board and a large knife, a peeler and a whisk, a large and small bowl and a wooden spoon. I also have a medium saucepan with a lid that I've already filled 3/4 of the way with water to start boiling. Now let's get cooking. The The poached chicken breast is going to take the longest to cook and then cool down, so let's start with that. We will begin by peeling and roughly slice our ginger. Then we will peel and slice spring onion into 4 pieces. Both the ginger and the spring onion pieces will go into the water I already have simmering on a medium heat. I will carefully add the chicken breast and simmer for 10 minutes with the lid on. Once the chicken is cooked, I remove the saucepan from the heat and leave the chicken to cool in the liquid for 5 minutes. If I don't plan on eating this within the next hour, I would probably refrigerate the chicken in the liquid until it's needed. While the chicken is cooking, I will get started on the salad dressing. I will peel and mince the garlic cloves first. To do this, I crush the clove with the flat of my knife and then peel away the skin. I then chop the hard root end off the garlic clove and start to slice it very finely. With the flat of my knife, I will mince the chopped garlic until smooth, and then that minced garlic will go straight into the large bowl. Next, I'll slice the chili in half lengthways and scrape the seeds away. Then I slice the chili finely and place it into the bowl with the garlic. I'll then add the lime juice, the rice vinegar, the fish sauce, the vegetable oil and the sugar to the bowl and whisk it all together with either your whisk or a fork. Now let's begin with the salad part of the recipe. Firstly, we will peel the carrot and the daikon and slice them into matchsticks. Once chopped, we'll add them both to the bowl with the dressing. Next, I will thinly slice the red onion into semicircles and add it to the dressing bowl with all of the other ingredients. Using my large knife again, I will shred the cabbage into thin strips and add it to the dressing bowl. Roughly chop or tear your coriander and mint leaves and toss them into the bowl with all of the other ingredients. Using clean fingers or forks, whichever you find easiest, shred the cooked chicken breast and then add it to the bowl with the dressing and the vegetables. I then use the wooden spoon to mix all of the ingredients together. Serve into a bowl and top with some coriander or some mint for garnish and enjoy. To eat a little healthier, remember to divide this into 6 equal portions for portion control. For similar healthy recipes and information on growing and cooking your own vegetables, check out my cookbook Homegrown. Next episode, I'll be baking a gluten-free carrot cake with cream cheese icing. See you next time. Bye.